Hello, this is John again, and today I plan to talk about the fundamentals and basics of bullion and silver stacking. Silver stacking is a strategy that is very personal, and people collect them for many different reasons. First, you have the pure collector who saves and collects for variety, and there are many beautiful designs out there, and they have no intentions of selling. Then you have some people who don't care for the design, and they view bullion as melting pot material, and they will sell when the price is right. Then you have others who want diversification on investments, and they'll maybe put 10% away on bullion as an insurance policy against uncertainty and inflation. Some stack to prepare for economic uncertainty, that is a hedge against the future. And there are many that believe that the metal is extremely undervalued, and they don't want to be left out when it peaks. And then you have the hybrids, who are both collectors and investors. Now for the beginner in stacking, it's important to know some essential terminologies in the hobby. So the first terminology I want to mention is spot and premium. So spot is the current real-time price of the ounce of silver, whereas premium is the amount paid over and above spot. So an example, okay, there's a nice silver eagle there. Let's say we spent $21 for it and the cost of silver was $18 an ounce. So spot would be 18 and the premium is $3. So that's an example. Other important terminology, physicals and certificates. So physicals, it's an actual commodity, whereas certificates, it's like paper form of ownership. But most stackers, they want to own the physicals, and they want to be able to hold the coin. So most stackers prefer the physicals. Then we have a definition of bullion versus semi-numismatics versus numismatics. So bullion itself deals with silver, gold, or any precious metal in the form of a coin or a bar, and these usually carry a very low premium to spot. Whereas numismatics, an example would be this extra fine 1831 bust half. Numismatics are coins purchased for an investment in the coin itself, rather than primarily for its metallic content. So this half has a melt value of $7, but it's worth $150 for its numismatic value. Again, you got to factor the collectability, the rarity, and the condition. Another example would be this Carson City GSA uncirculated Morgan dollar, and this one was graded MS64 by NGC. So this is a very popular coin. However, its melt value would probably be about $19, but its numismatic value is about $250. So numismatics carry a very high premium, at least 20%. Now semi-numismatics, these are more of collectible bullion, and they fall between 10 to 20% premium. An example would be the Slab Panda. It's a slab PCGS, and it's a collectible coin. So this is an example of a semi-numismatic. And we'll talk about the definition of face value. Face value is legal tender value assigned to a given coin. For example, this Kennedy half dollar, 1964, is 90% silver. Has a melt value of $7, but its face value is 50 cents. So you can go to the store and spend this coin for 50 cents. Then we talk about liquid. Liquidity is the ability to convert coins into cash. So it is what is easy to sell at only a given moment in time. Then you have government bullion. And government bullion is silver bullion minted and backed up by a government. And it's denominated in local currency. I will show you some more examples of government bullion later. And then we have private mint silver. And this is silver bullion minted by a private company, for example, Apmex. So I'd like to give you some history on bullion. Interest started after 1964, when the U.S. Mint announced that due to the high cost of silver, coins in circulation would no longer consist of 90% silver. So this is when people started picking them out of the change. Now 1967 was a key year that changed everything. We had the first government-backed bullion coin, and that was the South African Krugerrand. So 1967 was a key year that introduced the South African Krugerrand, where the government-backed coin was available in a 1-ounce denomination, and this became an instant success. Other countries followed in the late 70s and 80s. You have Mexican making the silver Libertad, US doing the silver Eagles, Canada with a silver maple leaf. But in the US, the most recognized bullion coin and the biggest seller by far is the American Silver Eagle. It is bullion with government backing of 0.99 silver, 1 ounce. And it also has legal tender of $1. So you could actually go to Walmart and spend this for $1. But who'd be crazy enough to do that? The Silver Eagle is easily recognizable. Everybody knows a Silver Eagle. And it's very liquid. Everyone wants eagles. Dealers are always going to buy eagles, and they are easily flippable. And if our economy implodes, raw eagles would be the most popular go-to asset. So for the new silver stacker, it's important to look and study graphs, know the trends in history, and it's easily to track it on the internet. An example would be Kitco.com, but there are also others, and it can tell you like the trends of the past 30 days, 6 months, a year, but it gives real-time value of the price of silver. Okay, so other bullion coins with low premiums include, here we have the Canadian silver leaf. This is a 2017 version of it. And this actually has the lowest premium of the government bullion coins. Other bullions with low premiums include the Great Britain Britannia. There's a 2017 version of that. The Australian Kangaroo, 2017 version. And the Austrian Philharmonic, 2017. There's also others minted from Australia, koalas and the kookaburras, but they have a higher premium. Other bullion with low premiums include silver bars, and it's good to get ones that are well known with good names. Apmex is one. Engelhart. Also other ones that are well known, Silvertown and Sunshine. Also, generic silver rounds are also have a very minimal premium. Now, other countries with government-backed bullion with much higher premiums include the China Silver Panda. There's a 2017 version. The Mexican Libertad, 2017 version. And I have an old 2009 Russia St. George. Now we're edging towards SemiNumismatics with these higher premiums. Any slab bullion is a semi. You could actually even buy MS69 slab by NGC PCGS Silver Eagles for $5 more than the raw coin. It's in a nice holder, protected, graded, but they're nowhere near as popular nor as liquid as the raw version. So when silver is way up and it's time to liquidate, all silver will sell at close to spot. So in summary, the silver stacker must have a goal with a game plan. Most people's goal is to preserve wealth in an uncertain economy. For new stackers, I recommend first getting a foundation with raw eagles. Try to get them close to spot. You can buy them online from well-known companies like Kitco or AppMex. eBay, they have a 10% fee and PayPal adds another 3%. So that definitely affects the total cost of the coin. And I actually have found slightly lower prices from local dealers. So good luck with your silver stacking strategies and goals. And this concludes the presentation on bullion and silver stacking basics.